Most people want the house, but aren't willing to build it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. It's Paragon John. Thank you guys for stopping by once again. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I believe that the vast majority of people want the result without doing the work. Okay, this is most people out here today, and most of this has to do with instant gratification culture that we kind of live in today, where it's like, you know, if you want something to eat, you can just whip out your phone and DoorDash it. Boom, it's right to your house in 5 minutes, or you know what I mean? Obviously a little bit longer than that, but you guys get the point. I want this really awesome thing, so I can just whip out my phone and go on Amazon and buy it, and here, it's at my house really quickly. The point here is that most people are not willing to do the work necessary to actually get the results that they want. So, as an example, let's just say most people want a really nice looking self-portrait of themselves, you know what I mean? But they don't actually want to get on the canvas, whip out the brush, whip out the water, and actually, painstakingly go through the process of making this painting, drawing it out, you know what I mean, sketching it, adding the colors, blending it, all that kind of stuff, spending hours and hours and hours, potentially days, potentially weeks, potentially months, actually constructing and carving that painting out to where it's something that they would like. And that's so true in so many aspects of life with so many different people. I'll just give you guys an example in my own personal life. I'm a filmmaker, you know what I mean? I'm a cinematographer, I'm a photographer. So I like to make films. I like to make short films, I like to shoot music videos, that sort of thing. It's kind of like a side hustle that I have on the side. And the reality with that is that, sure, if you're a music artist or if you're an actor or something, it's really cool to see a video that's really well edited and has really nice cinematics in it and all this sort of stuff. It's really cool to see you on screen, like as an actor in a short film, doing your thing, looking cool. You know what I mean? You're the main character in the film and all this kind of stuff, and your music video looks really cool. But most people are not actually willing, or they don't understand how much work it takes to actually make a movie, to actually make a short film, to actually make a music video. You have to show up on set. You have to record your video multiple times from multiple different angles. You as an actor, you have to act out the scene multiple times a day from multiple different angles and do it over and over and over, and remember your lines and all this kind of stuff. Show up on time, work with other actors, like spend all day shooting and then spend months and months editing after that. Like, do you guys understand the point here? It's like, to actually do the work necessary in life to get the results you're looking for, you have to be someone who is willing to get in the mud. You have to be someone who is willing to do the work. You have to be someone who is willing to get in the arena, to get in the trenches, to do this stuff for real, to make the stuff happen. Because, guys, results do not just come on their own. You know what I mean? It's like, You don't get a trophy just because you exist. You know what I mean? You have to earn that trophy. You have to earn your living. You know what I mean? You have to earn the results and that sort of thing. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that there are lots of people in the world who are just not willing to do the work. That, you know what I mean? These are the people who want to. These are like your people who will, instead of getting their ass in the gym and doing cardio 3 days a week, for an example, instead of actually doing it the right way to lose weight and to actually have a nice physique the correct way, these are the people that'll just say shit like, just give me Ozempic. I'll just take Ozempic, bro. There's a shortcut to being in shape. Let me just take some man-made fucking drug from Big Pharma to fix all my problems and shit. It's like, dude, really? Are you shitting me? That's not going to fix your problems. By the way, Ozempic has a whole heap of side effects that I'm not going to get into in this video. This video is not about Ozempic, but there's a whole heap of side effects associated with that. So the point is, there are no shortcuts in life. There are no shortcuts in life. If you are someone who wants to have a good body, you want a good solid physique, you want a nice hourglass figure if you're a woman, you want to be thinner, this sort of thing, then you have to get your lazy ass in the gym and fucking work for it. You know what I mean? That guy that you see at the gym that has has a six-pack abs and looks amazing, he did not take Ozempic to get that, okay? He worked his ass off for however many years, very likely, and ate clean and had insane amounts of discipline to be able to have that physique. You know what I mean? It's like taking Ozempic is not going to give you an awesome physique. It might make you lose some weight, yeah, sure, but you're going to have a whole lot of other health issues as a result of taking some drug. And also, you're not really going to feel very good about yourself because you cheated to get a nice physique. You cheated to lose weight instead of actually authentically, in an honorable way, actually doing the real legitimate groundwork every single day, being disciplined to achieve it. You're not going to feel good about yourself, and you shouldn't. You should not feel good about yourself if you take shortcuts in life. And I've been surrounded by lots of people in my life, and very likely if you clicked on this video, you probably have as well, people who are just not willing to do anything. They don't want to do the work. They want to wake up every day and they want to just play fucking video games all day, or they just want to seek comfort, or they just want to relax, or they just want to have fun all the time and stuff like this. And guys, I'm not trying to be Ebenezer Scrooge. I like to have fun. I like to be comfortable from time to time. I like to take breaks from work and all that sort of stuff too. But I'm also willing to do the work. I'm also willing to get my feet dirty. You know what I mean? I'm willing to get in the trenches. I'm willing to, sit there for 12 hours a day and shoot a scene over and over until we get it right. I'm willing to sit here and stare at my computer screen for 8 hours a day and edit a film that I shot. You know what I mean? I'm willing to do work necessary to get the results that I want, guys. Things don't just happen because you exist, Things don't just happen because you exist. And if you're someone who desires results in life, you want results, you want success, material success or spiritual success or financial success, whatever it is, you want to create something, whatever it is, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. Money does not grow on trees. Success does not grow on trees. Results do not grow on trees. Again, there are no shortcuts in life. You have to do the work. And as an analogy, I'll just kind of say this, like, let's just say there's one guy who has spent 15 to 20 years of his life mastering the art of welding, okay? And then you have another guy who decided 2 weeks ago that he wanted to start welding, okay? Do you think that those two guys are anywhere near the same level as one another? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, okay? The person that has spent 15 to 20 years mastering welding is at a completely different level of life in terms of welding than the person who decided that they wanted to start welding last week. Now, that's not to put down anybody. That's not to say the person that just started or that just decided that they wanted to weld last week is like an idiot or a moron. They just started last week. You know what I mean? There's nothing to hate on. But the point is, if this person who just started or that just decided that they wanted to start welding last week goes up to this person who's been doing it for 20 years and says, "Oh yeah, I should be just as good as you, right? I should be just as good as you. I should be getting the same results that you're getting, right?" You are delusional if you think that. That is insane. There are no shortcuts to life, guys. If you want to get the same results that this other guy is getting in welding, well, guess what? You should be welding for 15 to 20 years yourself. And then you'll get those results. That's just the reality. You have to do the work if you want the results. That's just kind of the world that we live in today. The vast majority of people have this mindset where they think that they are owed something. They think that they are owed a trophy for existing. They think that they don't have to do any work. They think they should just get the same results as someone who's been grinding, you know what I mean, working their ass off for however many years at a particular thing. It just does not work like that, guys. There are no shortcuts to life. I've repeated it a million times in this video, but it's super true. There are lots of people out there who think that you can take shortcuts in life. That's just not the case. It's almost like the same kind of thing it's delusional thinking, right? It's like being someone who's never touched a basketball in your life and thinking that you're good enough to play in the NBA. It's like, dude, are you shitting me right now? Really? The person who's in the NBA has been playing basketball since they were probably 5 fucking years old. You know what I mean? And they've been doing it their whole fucking life. They're not good at basketball by accident. You know what I mean? If somebody gets results in an area, it's not an accident, guys. It's not an accident. They're not lucky. They don't have privileges that you don't have, like all this kind of stuff. Yeah, we're all born into different situations, but if you want results, you can get results. You just have to do the work. Okay? So that's kind of the message of the video, guys. You know, you don't get results by accident. You don't get results by laying on your couch. You don't get results by playing video games all day. You don't get results by having a crab bucket mentality and being jealous of other people that become more successful than you. If someone becomes more successful than you, it's not an accident. It's because they did more work in life than you did. Okay, that's the reality. Now, I'm not going to say that like that's literally the case with everybody. You know what I mean? I understand there are certain things in life that we can't control and that do affect our lives. I understand that, but you still are kind of required to do what you can do with the cards that you're dealt in life. And we all are required to do that. And a lot of times, some of the best or some of the most successful people that have the best results in life are people who didn't follow the crowd. They were people that didn't want to try to be cool. They were people who were grinding in silence. They were people who, while all these other people were out drinking and partying and having all this quote unquote fun, right? All this degenerate bullshit. You were the person that was grinding, getting good at your tasks. You were building skills. You were becoming a master at whatever it is that you do. And the reality is, guys, most people are programmed by society. Most people are in a constant state of distraction. Most people, they want to fit in. You know what I mean? They want to do what the crowd does. They want to be cool, right? Quote unquote cool, whatever that even means. Like, most people are just people pleasing. That's the reality. And when you're someone who people pleases, when you're someone who is entitled, you think, oh, I'll do it when I feel like it, or I'll do it. Oh, I'll sit at my computer and play fucking some meaningless video game for 12 hours a day, and then I'll get to the important stuff later. You know, you're never going to go anywhere with a mindset like that. That's just the truth. So a lot of people are excuse makers. A lot of people do not want to do the work. A lot of people are very, very lazy. I'm not saying it's everybody, but a lot of people are. And if you're one of these people who looks at the results of others and wonders why they're getting better results in a particular area than you are, the answer is because they've done more work than you have, period. That's just the answer. They've done more work. They've done more research. They probably have more knowledge. They're probably more skilled in the area, and you can't hate them for that. That's just the reality. You know what I mean? That's just the reality. We all have a life that's right in front of us, and we all can choose how we spend our time that's right in front of us. And some people choose to spend their time in a little bit of a different way than most people. And those people get better results in life. So anyways, that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you think I'm missing anything. Yeah, you do the work, you get the results. You don't do the work, you don't get any results. The truth. And I'll see you guys in the next one.